Hello scholars. Today we are going to start with Civics chapter 5, that is Rural Local Government, which is Panchayati Raj. As you all know that India is a diverse country. We are having 28 states and 8 union territories in our country. As our country is very big, so it is very difficult for one single government to run the country in a better manner. And for the same purpose, our country is divided into these states and union territories. States are ruled by different state governments and union territories are ruled by the central government. They are directly ruled by the president. So in this manner, in order to run our country in a better manner, our government system is divided into 3 types, or we can say there are 3 tiers of our government, that is central government, state government and local government. Central government is the government at the national level or at the country level. This government basically deals with the matters like defense, foreign affairs, railways, etc. Next is state government. State government is the separate government for every state and is having the responsibility to take care of the affairs of each and every state. State government deals with the issues like maintaining law and order, education, health facilities, etc. Third tier of our government system is the local government. Local government is the government which works at local level or at every district or village level. These type of governments are basically called as Panchayati Raj system. As local government is basically for towns and cities and villages. So local government is divided into 2 types, urban local government and rural local government. In this form of government, basically the people living in those areas elect their representatives and those representatives are responsible for maintaining law and order and fulfilling the needs of the people. And these local representatives are elected because they know the problems of the people in a better manner as compared to others. So in this manner, we are having 2 types of local government, and in this chapter we are going to study about rural local government, which is termed as Panchayati Raj. So now the question comes, what is Panchayati Raj? Panchayati Raj system is basically a process in which the people of our area participate in their own government. The rural local government works under Panchayati Raj system. In this system, the people, those who are living in an area, those who are 18 years of age or above, are electing their representatives, and those representatives in turn are responsible for fulfilling the needs of the people. The basic idea behind Panchayati Raj system is that more and more people should get space or opportunities to be a part of their government and should raise up their issues about themselves. Panchayati Raj system is basically a 3-tier system. In this system, 3 types of local government are working at 3 different levels, which are Gram Panchayat at village level, Panchayat Samiti or Janpad Panchayat at block level, and District Panchayat or Zilla Parishad at district level. And these 3 levels of government are responsible for maintaining law and order and for fulfilling the basic needs of the people in their own areas. Now we are going to discuss about these 3 levels of government in detail. First of all, we are going to discuss about Gram Panchayat. As we have discussed right now, that Gram Panchayat works at village level. This Panchayat system is very old in India. Before the coming of Britishers, Indians were having Panchayat system in their country. But this system became less effective during the time of Britishers because the Britishers have sent their own officials in India. But after independence, again this system got importance, and in 1992, our constitution has again declared the importance of Panchayati Raj system, and it has become effective in 1993. The concept of Panchayati Raj system in Gram Panchayat. The meaning of Panchayat means the group of 5 people. All the adult members of the village are electing 5 people from their own locality, and they become the part of Panchayat and are termed as Panch. From the people only, one head is also elected who is termed as Sarpanch. And this committee of Sarpanch and 5 Panch is completely termed as Gram Panchayat. Gram Panchayat is responsible for providing civic amenities to all the people living in that particular village. And whatever decision is taken by the Gram Panchayat should be accepted by all the people, those who are living in those areas. In this manner, Gram Panchayat is responsible for maintaining law and order and for taking all the decisions on behalf of the people, those who are living in that area. Panchayati Raj system at village level consists of 3 main bodies: Gram Sabha, Gram Panchayat and Nyay Panchayat. First of all, we'll discuss about Gram Sabha. Gram Sabha is basically a meeting in which all the adult members, those who are 18 years of age or above, are a part, and all those people are living in the area which is covered by a panchayat. Or we can say that all the adults whose names are in the voter list are a part of Gram Sabha. A panchayat mostly consists of a single village or few villages. So all the adult citizens of all those villages are together a part of Gram Sabha. Gram Sabha generally deals with all the issues which are prevailing in the villages which are under the panchayat. In a Gram Sabha, people directly participate and they are having the right to get answers from their representatives regarding the works they have done. Gram Sabha generally conducts its meeting twice in a year. It acts as Lok Sabha at central and legislative level. Next, we are going to discuss about the functions of Gram Sabha. Gram Sabha elects all the members of the village panchayat, those who are responsible for maintaining the day-to-day work of the panchayat. Gram Sabha is even having the right to elect the head or Sarpanch of the Gram Panchayat, who is presiding over the meetings of Gram Sabha. All the important matters and problems related to the village are discussed in Gram Sabha, and all the welfare programs or all the plans which are going to be conducted in welfare of the village are being presented in front of the people in Gram Sabha only. Gram Sabha makes the elected representatives accountable to the people. Gram Sabha passes the annual budget and reviews the income and expenditure of the Gram Panchayat. Gram Sabha prevents the Panchayat from doing wrong things like corruption, misusing their powers, etc. Gram Sabha can even pass a vote of no confidence against any member of Gram Panchayat if the member is not working properly or not working in welfare of the people of that Panchayat. Then Gram Sabha is having the right to pass a no confidence motion against that member. In this manner, that elected member will have to resign and new member will be elected on its place. Gram Sabha promotes social harmony. It gives a platform to the people to voluntarily come up and help in the welfare programs related to the village. All the members of Gram Sabha should attend the meetings of Gram Panchayat. In this manner, they can participate and can discuss about the problems which are related to the village and can find a suitable solution to them, and in this manner they will participate in the decision making process. Next, we are going to discuss about Gram Panchayat. Gram Panchayat is an elected body. It acts as an executive body by the Gram Sabha. The duty of Gram Panchayat is to implement all the decisions which are taken by the Gram Sabha. In this manner, Gram Panchayat is having the duty to take care of all the needs and to sort out all the problems of the people living in a village. Every panchayat is divided into smaller unit called ward, and every ward is having its own representative, which is known as ward member or panch, and all these panch are directly elected by the members of Gram Sabha, and even a sarpanch, who is the head of the Gram Panchayat, is also elected directly by the members of Gram Sabha, and sarpanch is authorized, or he is having the right to preside over the meetings of Gram Sabha. In this manner, all the ward members and sarpanch is elected directly by the members of Gram Sabha. The State Election Commission is having the duty to conduct these local elections in every area. All these elected representatives together from the Gram Panchayat. Gram Panchayat is elected for a term period of 5 years. In every Gram Panchayat, few seats are reserved for scheduled caste and scheduled tribe candidates, and even 1/3 of seats are reserved for women. It means only a female candidate can contest the election from those seats. State government even appoints a secretary for Gram Panchayat, and that secretary is both for Gram Sabha and Gram Panchayat. The basic function of secretary is to call for the meetings of Gram Sabha and Gram Panchayat. He is also having a duty to see the functioning of Gram Panchayat and to keep a record of the proceedings and to see the functioning of the Gram Panchayat, that the Gram Panchayat is working on properly or not. And the secretary is having the duty to report about all these things to the state government. Next we are going to discuss about the functions of Gram Panchayat. It maintains and constructs water resources, drainage system, school, medical facilities, etc. Gram Panchayat is having the duty to collect the local taxes. Gram Panchayat is having the duty to provide civic amenities to all the people or to all the villages which are coming under a particular Gram Panchayat. It even implements all the programs which are introduced by the state government and by the central government regarding the welfare of the rural people, like programs related to poverty alleviation and employment, etc. It provides primary education to the people and keep a record of births and deaths in the village. Gram Sabha is authorized to provide vaccinations to the villagers related to various diseases. Gram Sabha is liable to take care of the weaker sections of the society even in a village. In this manner, Gram Panchayat is liable to provide and to take care of all the basic needs and facilities of all the people which are living in a particular area. As we have discussed about the functions of the Gram Panchayat, in this manner now we are going to study about the sources of funds for the Gram Panchayat. As Gram Panchayat has to do various tasks, and for doing everything money is important. So there are certain sources of funds for Gram Panchayat. The basic source of income for Gram Panchayat is collection of taxes from land, house, etc. It even gets grants from state government. Gram Panchayat even gets some financial help or grant from Janpad Panchayat and from Zilla Parishad at district level. It even collects money on the registering of land, houses, etc. It obtains some money from the sales of property which is owned by the community. It even gets some donations from various schemes of the government. It has a share of fees which is collected by the state government. So these are some of the different sources of income of Gram Panchayat. Next we are going to study about link between a Gram Sabha and a Gram Panchayat. Gram Sabha and Gram Panchayat are closely related to each other. The members of Gram Sabha elect the members of Gram Panchayat, and Gram Panchayat is answerable to Gram Sabha. All the plans of Gram Panchayat are presented before the people in Gram Sabha. Gram Sabha prevents the members of Gram Panchayat from doing wrong things. Gram Panchayat even has a secretary, who is the secretary of Gram Sabha also. In this manner, Both these organs of the government are linked with each other and are working hand in hand for the welfare of the people. Next we are going to discuss about the difference between Gram Sabha and Gram Panchayat. Gram Sabha and Gram Panchayat are even different in some manner. As we have discussed too, all the members of a Panchayat are a part of Gram Sabha, and all the elected members which are elected by Gram Sabha are a part of Gram Panchayat. Gram Sabha is basically a legislative body. On the other hand, Gram Panchayat is the executive body. Whatever decisions are taken in the meetings of Gram Sabha are being implemented by the Gram Panchayat. Minimum age for a person to be the member of Gram Sabha is 18 years. On the other hand, for being a member of Gram Panchayat, a person has to be more than 21 years of age. Gram Sabha reviews the work of Gram Panchayat and is having the power to pass no confidence against any member of Gram Panchayat who is not performing his work properly. So these are some of the basic differences between Gram Sabha and Gram Panchayat. Next we are going to study about the third organ at village level, that is Nyay Panchayat. Nyay Panchayat is basically a judicial body in the Panchayati Raj system. It is also elected for 5 years, and the members of Nyay Panchayat are elected in the same manner as the members of Gram Panchayat. The duty of Nyay Panchayat is to hear and sort out the small civil and criminal cases related to the village. A Nyay Panchayat can put some fine and punish the guilty, but up to a certain extent. A Nyay Panchayat does not have any right to send a person to jail. Nyay Panchayat is basically meant to give speedy justice to the people living in villages. Now we are going to discuss about the second organ of Panchayati Raj system at block level, that is Janpad Panchayat or Panchayat Samiti. Panchayat Samiti basically consists of many Gram Panchayats, or we can say that many villages are coming under a Panchayat Samiti. Panchayat Samiti is also called as Janpad Panchayat or Block Samiti, and it works at block level. Now let us discuss about the composition of Panchayat Samiti. Panchayat Samiti even consists of elected members, and these members are elected for a time period of 5 years. In a Panchayat Samiti too, some seats are reserved for the candidates of scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, and 1/3 of the seats are reserved for female candidates. Panchayat Samiti even consists of some of the ex officio members such as MLAs, Sarpanch and MPs from the block level. The members of Panchayat Samiti also elects a head who is known as Pramukh, and one block development officer, generally known as BDO, is the secretary for the Panchayat Samiti. Next we are going to discuss about the functions of Panchayat Samiti. As Panchayat Samiti consists of many Gram Panchayats, so it is the duty of Panchayat Samiti to supervise the works which are done by Gram Panchayat. Panchayat Samiti even raises funds for the functioning of the government at local level. Panchayat Samiti makes plans for the development of whole block and even comprises of some of the skilled people, those who are expert in their fields and are able to guide the villagers regarding various welfare programs. In this manner, Panchayat Samiti take care of the development of the whole block, which comprises of different Gram Panchayats. Next we are going to discuss about the third organ of rural local government, that is Zilla Parishad. Zilla Parishad is the local government that works at district level. It is also called as District Panchayat, and it is authorized to work for the whole district. Zilla Parishad is the highest governing body according to the Panchayati Raj system. Now let's discuss about the composition of Zilla Parishad. Zilla Parishad's members are also elected directly by the members of a district for a time period of 5 years. Even the reservation policies are same for Zilla Parishad. that some seats are reserved for scheduled caste and scheduled tribe candidates and 1/3 of seats are reserved for female candidates. Zilla Parishad even consists of some of the ex officio members like pramukhs of different blocks, some members from Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha and from the state legislative assemblies. As we have discussed that Zilla Parishad is working for the whole district. In this manner, the functions of Zilla Parishad are bit varied. The members of Zilla Parishad elect a president and a vice president, and the president presides over the meeting of Zilla Parishad, and an officer who is equivalent to the rank of a district magistrate is working as the chief executive officer or the secretary for the Zilla Parishad. In this manner, president is the head of the Zilla Parishad. Next we are going to discuss about the functions of Zilla Parishad. Zilla Parishad makes plans for the welfare and development of the whole district. It is having the right to supervise the work of Gram Panchayat and Panchayat Samitis at village level and at block level respectively. Zilla Parishad is even authorized to see the functioning of the 5-year plans which are introduced by the government for the welfare of the people. Or we can say that it supervises the projects which are under the 5-year plans. Zilla Parishad is even having the duty to regulate the money to different Gram Panchayats with the help of Panchayat Samiti. And it is having the right to supervise the works at various levels and to hear to the problems of the people if they are not able to get a solution to it through a village panchayat or through block samiti. Zilla Parishad even acts as a mediator between different Gram Panchayats and the state government. It advises the state government regarding the working of Panchayati Raj system, and it supports the Gram Panchayats by raising funds and by providing different type of helps which are given by the state government. In this manner, at local level, starting from a village to a district, different governments function in a different manner to make the working of our country in an effective manner. Our country can run properly only with the help of these different tiers or different organs of our government, and in this manner our government is able to provide its help to each and every citizen of the country. So this was all about rural local government. Before winding up, let us discuss about some important points related to the chapter. Panchayati Raj system is a process through which people in the rural areas participate in their own government. Our government functions at 3 levels: center, state and local level. The local government is of 2 types: rural local government and urban local government. The Panchayati Raj is a 3-tier system which includes the Gram Panchayat, the Panchayat Samiti and the Zilla Parishad. Sarpanch is the head of the Gram Panchayat. Pramukh is the head of the Panchayat Samiti. The head of the Zilla Parishad is known as President. The Zilla Parishad is the highest governing body under the Panchayati Raj system. So this was all about the chapter. With this we are going to wind up today. Good day for now. Stay home, stay safe.